Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please don't invite your friends. Simply, I don't care if you do or not. And as you see, my chat is off, my comment is off, and we will keep it this way maybe for a long time, because I notice people, they are coming here just for entertainment, and I'm tired of asking people to leave a comment. We stay for 8 hours talking. 8 hours. And then you find 200 comment. And then we made a comment, we say, look, we have 10,000 views, we have 20,000 views, and we have 200 comment. It's still the same. As the Lord, he said, let the dead bury the dead. Most of those who call themselves Christians by name, they are spiritually dead like Muhammad. Maybe money can motivate you. Maybe celebrity can motivate you, because you live like an insect and you will die like one. And today our video is an example of somebody who made a comment saying I was not fair to Jordan Peterson. And he mentioned that if I go to the place or the section where Hamza Yusuf spoke about his experience of death, you will find how Peterson was so shiny and he get him busted. In fact, if you watch it, you will die laughing. People who follow people just for numbers, they are mentally ill. In fact, I believe strongly that this Peterson have a mental issue. If you notice, all the interview he has done, none of them is meant to show something truthful or to say something truthful. This guy, he still think he is the shrink. He interview Muslims to promote Islam, and he listened to them as a shrink. And the Muslim can lie as much as he want, and by lying in his page, all his lies get access to 7 million subscribers. And because most of you are insect who go after light, which is fire, which is today called celebrity. 4.9 million watch the lies of Mimi Hijab. By the help of who? By the help of the stupid Peterson. When you invite somebody to a program, the first question is, what is the purpose of the invitation? Will the title say it all? What we can learn from Islam. So Peterson, he gave the stage for a Muslim to teach us about Islam, lying and pumping billion lies, and Jordan Peterson sitting like a chicken. In fact, when I look at his face, he looked like a dead person without a spirit. He reminded me of the son-in-law of Trump. He looked like a ghost. And I challenge this guy, Peterson, if he really dare to talk to me for 15 minutes, to answer my questions about the purpose of those interviews, if we call them interviews, what we can learn about Islam, why he was with Mimi Hijab. I am sick of foolish people, and I am sick of making videos to correct their stupidity. Few years ago, we have David Wood, and I know many of you don't like me to say about what he did. He decided to debate Mimi Hijab. David Wood, he made a big poo-poo. Muhammad Hijab made bigger poo-poo. But David Wood could not really use the poo-poo of Mimi Hijab to throw it back at his prophet, because he is not qualified. And the second I say that, many of you get upset, and I don't care. You people, you promote those people. You are committing a crime. Mimi Hijab was a street boy, nobody even heard of him. David would decide to be a hero. He do not know how to debate, he do not know how to answer. He is, zero in the, when it's come to debate, he is zero skills. Making short video, he's so good. And then actually most of you heard of me after I start correcting the stupidity in that debate. This is the fact and this is the truth. Many of you were looking for somebody, how this happened. How come David would look stupid like Muhammad? And then each time a stupid idiot in YouTube, he do not know how to answer Muslims, Christian Prince is the one who have to make a 60 videos about the stupidity they did. Same what happened with Apostate Prophet. And this is why even Muslim, they open respond just page for me. And their response is funny. It doesn't say that CP. This hadith is coming from Susu. Susu said to Dudu. Dudu said to Mimi. Mimi says to Kuku. And Kuku is well known to be a liar. And this is supposed to respond. So, all the time, I watch what those people do. And those are the ones you consider them your celebrity. You are sick like them. This person, he mentioned to me that if you go to where he spoke about death, you will see Peterson giving him amazing boxing in the face. Go and watch it. You see Peterson was like a rabbit. He did not even say anything. He was just like a stupid submissive cat. The Muslim saying all the lies, and Peterson is just listening. And you know, the funny is, if somebody, he is a professor, he teach in universities, and he go in the stage, isn't it your duty if somebody says something you don't agree about what he said, at least you say your opinion? I mean, maybe, you know, there's people, they don't dare to insult somebody. They don't dare to offend somebody, because anytime you say something oppose what people believe, you are offending. And most of people, they will take it this way. So what the purpose? We bring a person and he start, you know, dumping all the lies he have. And I'm going to play for you what this guy, he suggests to me to hear about the experience of death. Hamza conversion, near-death experience. Did really Peterson said anything valuable? No. And then after that, because he chose the, you know, we will go to the obedience of God. You will die laughing. Let us see Hamza conversion, near-death experience.
Involved a wrong of another person, then you had to ask them forgiveness.
A Muslim, if he do a wrong to other person, he have to ask them for forgiveness. I mean, I did not start the video yet. Shouldn't Jordan, he says to you, okay, so when you kill the Christians, when you rape their women, when you attack them, when you take their land, do you ask them for forgiveness? Isn't it your God, he says, in the day of judgment, Allah will take all the sin of the Muslims and put it on the Christians? And look, you know, he is meditating. You know, the Muslim, he just said, before you die, you look for the person you did something wrong to him, and you ask him for forgiveness. How beautiful this religion is, how amazing. And by the way, before we continue, you will notice that because we have no chat, the number of people in watching is very little. And I know it. They are coming here for entertainment. 300 people only. If I open the chat, we will have 1,000 and more. They think I am their coffee shop. A nurse changing their diaper. So you bring a guy and he is dumping all the stupidity. Ask him, do you feel guilty for attacking Constantinia and taking the land of the people and raping millions of women and killing all the Christians there? There is 0 Christians almost in that city alone. Do you Muslims ask for forgiveness? Or this is your duty to do? Did your prophet himself ask for forgiveness for all the people and the blood he shed unjustly? Peterson is meditating. Maybe he's watching a cartoon when this guy is talking. This is why I say to you, those people are very dangerous, like Peterson. And the other guy, the Muslim guy, he is way more dangerous than a real Muslim, because this guy is presenting false version of Islam. And now all those minions who are watching the video, they will believe the guy in the right. Because the guy in the left, he never said anything to oppose it. Continue.
You had to
See, he shake his head. You agree? Muslims do that. Yeah.
go, and you had to, like, if you stole, then you had to actually give the money back.
Right. If you stole, you have to give the money back. When you are going to give us Iraq and Syria and Egypt and all those countries, all of your Turkey does not exist. If you stole, brother, if you stole, you have to give the money back. You have to give it back. Continue.
Right.
If you
right.
could, if you didn't know who you
Right,
stole
right.
it from, you actually give it in charity in that person's name.
Right, so that's part of discharging that debt.
The debt.
Exactly,
Right?
exactly.
It's certainly the case that people seem to feel innately, I would say, something akin to a psychological debt. And that, well, and that we...
You see how this idiot he think about psychology. This is not about psychology, you donkey. This is about religion. Those people, they don't think about what the right thing to do. They do what Muhammad said. Psychology is when you think about something and you decide as an individual to do it. But those people, they don't do things as individual. They do things as followers. So the stupid him, he think of a person sitting in front of him that he is an individual who is giving an answer, and his answer is individual answer. When this guy is talking about his religion, religion is not individual thinking, especially for Muslims, because Muslims, they follow blindly, word by word of Muhammad. Muhammad, he did not come with a spiritual religion. There's no spirituality in Islam. This guy trying to make it a spiritual religion. Muhammad, he told them even how to shake your penis. What is the psychology of that? So he don't ask any serious question, and I cannot even play a video. I mean, every 2 seconds I have to stop. Because this is how stupid this video is. And then the stupid one of you, he says, I'm not fair with Peterson. Why? Because this guy, he became a Christian. What is the next religion for him? I mean, this guy, he just became a Christian a few months ago. Why? All his life he was stupid? His philosophy did not get him somewhere? Until recently, maybe he fell in the bathroom? Those people are confused and they are dangerous. And when you trust them, not you don't trust your Lord. You follow celebrity, insect. Human being is an insect. Insect go to the fire, think it's light. The more shiny the person is, at least as a celebrity, because the media, they will make you shiny, even if you are a scumbag. And now he is doing his duty to make Islam sound shiny. For until now, if you watch the whole video, he did not say one negative thing about Islam. He just shake his head, and if you ask a question, the question is silly and stupid and meaningless. Psychology.
We discussed already the fact that can be weaponized, by accusations of arbitrary privilege and so forth. And so it isn't easy to know what to do with that. So let's go back just for a moment to
Notice he skipped the topic, and let us go back. Instead of asking something serious, let us go back. Go back about what your conversion. So now he is trying to promote why people should convert to Islam. Go ahead.
Your religious upbringing. Tell me what led up to your conversion, if you would, and why did you move away from Christianity or Buddhism or all of the things that you were exposed to when you were
Well,
growing up?
I was in a head-on collision and survived a car accident that the California Highway Patrol said I shouldn't have survived. And I had what they call a near-death experience. I got very interested in what happens after you die. I realized that I could have very easily transitioned. And so I was very interested in what happens after death. I actually went and met with Dr. Raymond Moody, who wrote the books on life after life. And he did a lot of the work with near-death people that had.
Can I ask you what happened in your near-death experience?
I think it was pretty classic.
Look now, Peterson is getting serious. Can I ask you, near death? First of all, there's nothing called near death. Both of you are donkey. Either you are dead or you are not. There's no such a thing. Because how you can say I am near death, yet you survive? That means you did not get near death. The proof of that is survival. So you are far from death. Very shallow, very stupid, low IQ, but you people worship the low IQ. Just put him in the stage.
I definitely saw I went into a very different spatial temporal state where everything went into a kind of slow motion. And it was as if the glass was just suspended in air from the crash. And then I just saw like my inception all the way up to that moment.
True.
And I just saw my whole life literally. And it was just this, as if I lived my life a second time, but in a moment.
In a moment. In what? In a moment. Who in the world can believe that you see all your life in a moment? Just make it 5 minutes, man. I mean, make it 10 minutes. I mean, it's a movie. In a moment, you saw your life. He is 17 years old. He's just a teenage. He saw all his life in a moment. Suddenly, the guy became a philosopher at the age of 17. And Peterson is asking is sitting like a puppy, promoting the religion, promoting converting to Islam, saying to you now by this message, see, this is what made him become a Muslim. He just noticed God.
That was the experience.
And
so
what did that do for you, that experience?
Yeah.
Well,
changed the way
one, it made me, at the time I was a senior in high school, my probably biggest interests were baseball and other things, but music was certainly a big interest.
Here you see the flight of thoughts. What made you, okay, in this moment, what happened to you? Why you decide to convert? And in my that time, my interest is in music and baseball or basketball. I mean, there's a connection. Okay, continue.
My family, I come from a family of musicians.
Oh, here we go. My family, they are a musician. Do your mom know how to make a chicken with sauce? Tell us more details, have nothing to do with the questions.
So I think what it did is it made me really think about death in a very deep way. And if you've ever seen, there's a film about a man who's in a plane crash, and then he survives the plane crash. And is a man who had a lot of fears, but he comes out of it. Jeff Bridges is the person that, and he's like looking at his hands and, am I alive or am I dead? I was in that state for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Here you notice, shouldn't Peterson says to him, oh, is that because of fear only? That's it? So the real reason is not you found the truth. The real reason is not you finding God, but the real reason you are afraid. Is that a reason to convert? So Peterson, he claimed to be a shrink. But the shrink is shrinking. Shouldn't he say to him, but this is not the reason for you to accept any God or any religion? Because nothing changed. Death is death. You have a severe accident, but that doesn't change anything. Don't you see people dying every day? Aren't you aware that there's people, millions of people die every day? Do I need an accident to know that death is coming anytime? So all of this is just garbage. And Peterson is listening.
It was a very strange state to be in. And that got me interested in what religions say about after death.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided to study all the world religions just from that perspective. And the one that really, really resonated and struck me as having a very, very powerful description was the Islamic tradition. And I actually ended.
Here you need to ask yourself, shouldn't Peterson says to him, okay, tell us what Islam says about after death. A Muslim, when he die, they push a cotton in his anus. Why? Because Allah, he sent 99 dragons in the grave, and they will bite and go, some of them, they will bite him from his side, from the front, and the biggest one will go inside his anus. It's called Al-A'ma wa Aqra. If you go in the Quran, I mean, those people make me sick. Many Christians make me sick. The world is sick. The low IQ is your education. The Quran kept talking about the blind ones, you know, but there is certain verses are very funny and very unique. Now, for sure, if you read it in English, you don't know. I mean, what does that mean? Does it mean nothing? But let us see this one. Chapter 20, verse number 124. But whoever turns away from my reminder, for him confined life, and we will raise him on the day of resurrection blind. If you remember, We played for you many videos. Muslim, they speak about after death. And they are obviously funny and stupid and hilarious. This was going to be a great opportunity for Peterson to ask him, okay, Islam teach you about the experience after death. Can you please tell us about it? Peterson, yeah, okay. You know, like somebody in drugs, his mouth is open and he stumbled in his place. Should I ask the guy about the afterlife so people would die laughing? Shouldn't you do so? Tell him, tell us. Let us know what will happen after death. Because you made a section about it and the experience of after death. And now the guy says to you, Islam, you know, I found only Islam give me answer about this. Okay, tell us what is the answer. What about, you tell me about the two angels, they will come to you and they will ask you 3 questions. Three questions. And they will hit you with the hammer if you don't give. The hammer of Thor. If Peterson, he asked him to tell us about afterlife, tell us something your prophet said. When you speak about after or after death, let us say, tell us what your prophet said about it. And before you invite somebody, let us say this Peterson, he have no idea. But as long you know what is the title of your video, shouldn't you make a little bit of search and maybe you prepare some questions even though you do not know much about Islam? So now this guy, he dumped some big fat lies that Islam is the only one gave him the answer he is looking for. If I go right now and type in the hadith, or even if I search for the for this verse interpretation, I will find tons of stories will make you die laughing. Remember the guy, he found the answer in Islam. Then what is the answer? Urination is the main cause of punishment in the grave. Do you see the answer? Isn't it this is going to be hilarious if Peterson, he mentioned this to him? Little tiny statement of Muhammad will make 6 million of his subscribers die laughing. Tell us about why you will be punished in the grave as a Muslim. You believe in Allah. You pray 5 times a day. You killed a lot of Christians and you raped a lot of Jews. And you kidnapped a lot of Hindus. And you burned a lot of atheists alive. And now, because of a urine, Allah will torture you. And you know, when you say this, you think Muhammad was a very clean man. Muhammad used to jump in a well of water, have dead dogs and women of blood from period. But the majority of hellfire, the grave torment, is because of urine. You know, we have to admit that Allah is very selective in his punishment. And there is a reason for that. Allah don't want anyone else to do what he do. This is a unique thing Allah he does. He is a urinator. And this statement is a statement of urinator. Not of a thinker, not of a smart person, but a urinator. I don't know what to say. But who care? I'm talking to nobody. Nobody listen. You listen to those people. It doesn't matter what we say. You heard nothing. I said nothing. According to Muhammad, when a person he die, Allah will send 99 dragon. Let us see if we can find this hadith in English. We found it. This is the experience after death. And this is Hassan, which means good. Hassan means good. Hassan is one of the names of the fake grandsons of Muhammad. Muhammad have no kids. Abu Sa'id reported that Allah Messenger saying, 99 dragon will be given power over an infidel in his grave. Why the potato Hamza Yusuf did not tell Peterson, Jordan Peterson, hey, listen, you because you don't believe in Allah, there's 99 dragons will go inside your anus. And then Peterson will say to him, is that why you converted to Islam? Yes, brother. He just said in the video, he is in fear. His fear of after death. So what is the reason Hamza Yusuf, he changed his name, he became Hamza, he became Yusuf, none of those his names. This is how they are in fear. It's the phobia. And this is telling you that the one who converted to Islam because of such a reason, he have a mental illness. Who in the world want to believe that there's 99 dragons will go inside your anus? There is many. They believe in such a garbage. All right? Garbage in, garbage out. So we fool people, we say things to them, and then, I invite a Muslim to do an interview, and now anyone who listen, he did not say anything really prove Islam to be wrong. In fact, it sounds like, Islam makes sense. And this is the whole purpose of this interview. What we can learn from Islam. So your beloved shrink is an idiot. He is promoting garbage religion, believing in superstitions and fear, and the fear is not even exist to believe in, because this is a fear of a snake will bite and that it's a dragon. Who's the donkey want to believe in this? So now you are dead and a snake will go inside your anus? And angels will come to you and they will ask you 3 questions and you are dead. And why? Because you have urine. In the case of the angels and the torture. Even Muhammad, he said that Allah will send 2 angels. One of them, his name is Munkar, and the other one, his name is Nakir, as you see in the screen. Isn't it going to be fun if Jordan Peterson says to him, can you read for me, as long you mention about after death? Can you read for me this madness? Is that why you converted to Islam? So 2 angels, and because those angels are in the grave, you notice they are black and blue. The white angels are in the top in the sky. Only black angels, those are snakes, like snakes. One called Al-Munkar and the other one called Al-Nakir. Come to him and ask him what your opinion he held about this man, the dead man. If he is a believer, he reply, he is a servant of the messenger of God and the messenger of God. So they ask him about Muhammad. I testify there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his servant and apostle. And here you see how shallow, how stupid, how low the IQ of Muhammad. So the angels do not know really if you are a Muslim or not. What is this? Those are sent by God. They do not know if this guy was a believer. They would depend in the answer now. So now if I'm dead and I'm a Christian prince who laugh at Muhammad day and night, and the angel come to me and says to me, hey, Christian prince, who is this man? What do you think about him? I say, is it the messenger of Allah? And he is the apostle and servant. I pass. And what make it more funny, now we know the question and we know the correct answer. Do you think I will pass the exam? They said they knew he would say so. A space of 4,900 square cubit is then made for him. See, the grave now become big because you're a believer. Look how big the space in the, like your family, they put you in the grave. It's like, well, you know, 2 meter long and 50 centimeter wide. No, brother. No, brother. The angels will put him in a luxury 7 stars hotel room, jacuzzi, 4,900 square cubit is then made for him in his grave. But if you open the grave of the believer today, any believer, including Muslims, you will see Muhammad is not living in 4,900 square cubit. So you are lying to who? And is going to be illuminated for him. And he told to sleep. Okay, if he is asleep, what the point of making it illuminated? This is even will be annoying. And if he's asleep anyway, how he will enjoy the 4,900 square cubit? Maybe some of you can measure it. What that will be. This is what convinced Hamza Yusuf about Islam is the experience after death. Islam give you the answer. He will then express a desire to return to his family, to tell them, hey, can I go to my family? He's dead guy now. Guys is dead now. And he want to go back to his family to tell them, brother, can you tell them? But he will be told to sleep like one newly married who awakened only by the member of his family. Well, Now, what will happen if you are a hypocrite? Which means you are a Muslim, but all Muslims are hypocrite, including Muhammad. Muhammad, he told you, don't commit sin, supposedly, and then he commit all kind of sin. He told you, as an example, the Muslim, they say that a Muslim, if he see a woman, she is not his, he should put his head down. But Muhammad is the same person. He went to his own son's wife, he flirted with her, just because Allah, he lifted the curtain, which means Allah is promoting fornication. And then Allah, he made a chapter about it in the Quran, say, why you hide what is your balls for her? Another occasion, which is disgusting too, showing you how Muhammad is a pervert. Muhammad was sitting in front of his house, and he have a bunch of gang pirate with him, as a friends. A woman, she walked by. A woman, she just walked by. He saw a woman. Look, read it. This is not my words. He saw a woman. So he come to his wife. Are we talking about a mule? What do you mean what do you mean? So look, the chapter recommendation to the one who sees a woman and is attracted to her. Attracted to who? To a woman he just saw. And this guy is trying to teach us about sin and how Islam have the answer. And now what we do, brother? That means I can look at women and I am allowed to be attracted to a woman. She is not mine, even if she's married. However, a Muslim, he can go and if a Christian woman, she is his slave, or he kidnap someone, or his wife. Here we go. The problem is solved. And then Muhammad, after he went as an animal, this is not a behavior of a human being, sitting with his friends. Do you see, like when the hadith says Jabir reported, how Jabir he knew? He was there. If I saw a woman and then I go have sex with my wife, how all the neighbors will know? What happened? Because they were with him. So he saw a woman, he attracted to her, he wanted to if her, but she is not his wife. So he went to his house, and his wife, she was tanning leather, which means, if you do not know what does that mean, you can watch videos about it. Her clothes is dirty, she is sweating, she is boiling the water with color. And he took his wife, he took off her clothes, and he started boom, boom. And then Muhammad, when he came back, he want to explain what he did. And he claimed that the woman is the devil. The woman advance and retires in the shape of the devil. So when one of you sees a woman, he should come to his wife and F her to reveal what his heart feel. Look at the translation, his heart. And here it says in Arabic, يرد ما في نفسه, that will satisfy what is in his inner desire. What his inner? He saw a woman, she is not his. And as you see, this is very authentic hadith. And what Peterson is doing, he sat like a mule. And the mules are watching. And this is why you see Mimi Hijab promoting this video. You see, the Muslim, they will never promote a video exposing Islam. You should put that in your head if you have little intelligence. Just little. If the debate between Mimi Hijab and Wood was bad for Islam, the Muslim will bury it. Totally bury it. But how the foolish ones, they can see what I can see. I wish I will play more, but really I'm disgusted by everybody. Literally. Christians promoting Islam, atheists promoting Islam, homosexual promoting Islam. YouTube against the one who said the truth. I cannot even keep my videos on YouTube. Everybody can keep his videos. I cannot. Christians don't care. They don't even leave a comment. Even if we keep the video. And if they make a comment, they say to me, God bless you, Greasy B. Is that what I'm waiting for? You say to me, God bless you? I really appreciate it. So I speak in 8 hours and then you say to me, God bless you, CP? This is what you came with? Everything you see is disgusting. However, we are the winners. The one who have the Lord, the Messiah, he never lose. And this is the only reason for me, actually. I keep doing what I'm doing. Otherwise, people don't deserve really what I do. Maybe very, very, very few. I don't want to keep you long. And don't worry, I'm not asking you to make a comment because I disable comments. I'm sick of begging people to make a comment and to share the video. And don't worry about sharing the video. Don't. I will delete it. Take care.